Let's do this. Great. So I'm so happy you guys are here today. And we're going to start out with just starting to feel ourselves here in the present moment. We want to begin to take the temperature, so to speak, of how we feel as we prepare for practice. It's really important for us to gain a little bit of information from our bodies, as well as the way our breath cycle is working, and also our emotional cycle. Sometimes our feelings and our emotions can impact our practice, and that can be a good thing, but it's good to note exactly what you feel. Mind, body, as well as feelings. So you can close the eyes. Start to relax the body, giving yourself permission to kind of let go, preparing yourself to be here for the next hour for chair yoga. As you breathe in and out, start to just notice the way the breath sounds. Also noticing other sounds within a space around you. If you have not done so already, maybe turn your cell phone on vibrant or silent so you have no distractions. You also want to get a sense of maybe how your body feels in the seat, noticing the connecting points of your sits bone to the seat beneath you, as well as your feet on the floor. Your feet and your seat are here to support you. See if you can allow the weight of your body to completely be supported by the ground and seat beneath you. Breathing in and breathing out moment by moment. If you like, you can take a hand and place it on the belly. If you want to take another hand and place it on the belly, you can, your choice. Or you can place a hand on the heart. And for the next 10 breath cycles, just start to get a sense of the rhythm of your breathing. Trying your best to connect to the moment, the present moment. And also letting go of anything that doesn't necessarily serve you right now. So your to-do list, maybe let that go. Any worries or problems that need to be resolved, we can let that go as well. Right now is just time for yoga. And just try to keep it simple as that. We're just here for yoga. This is all we can do in this moment, is be present and ready. That's why we arrived. If you like, you can sit up a little bit taller in your seat even. Letting your mid-body extend so that you lift out of your pelvic bowl area. Allowing the breath to be a little more fluid through the chest body, and you can feel it. Feel the way your body rises and falls. Allow each vertebrae in your back body to be stacked all the way up to the nape of the neck, the lowest part of the neck body. Breathing in and out. Notice the quality of breath. Notice the quality of your attention. Slowly bring your hands down by your side if they're not there already. Allow the arms to hang heavy. Let the fingertips be loose. So if you're gripping your fists for some reason, do your best to just let those go. Sometimes we do that when we're in a tense state, so we don't even realize it all the time. So maybe allow the fingertips to extend out. Relax the shoulders. Let the weight fall from the shoulders through the arms into the fingertips. Slowly, we're going to bring our arms up to shoulder's length, extending the fingertips out. Allow the bicep and the tricep to do the work. So roll the shoulders away from the ears and just notice how the upper arm body feels here in this space. That's where your bicep and triceps are. Extend out the arms all the way to the wrist and from the wrist to the fingertips. But soften the elbow just a little bit. Inhale and breathe in. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, and on the exhale, press the shoulders down. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, press the shoulders down and back. Shoulders up to the ears, down the back body. And we're just taking it slow, and then we're going to reverse 4 times forward, 4 times back, allowing the breath to match the movement. Breathing in and out. And then bring your hands down by your side. Fingertips flutter. So allow the flow to just be gentle and easy. On the next inhale, roll the shoulders up to the ears, but keep the hands down by the sides. And then just drop them. You're just going to break up the energy. No rolling, just dropping the shoulders down. 4 times, just to break it up. And then take your toes, allow the toes to press on the ground beneath you, lifting up on the heels, and then just drop the heels 4 times. And allow your breath to match the drop. So as you inhale, you lift up, and then on the exhale, drop. 1 more time. Good, 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 good. All right, take the chin, we're going to bring it down to the chest. And just sit here for a second. Notice that when you drop the chin to the chest, that the body kind of wants to move forward. Do your best to try to keep a strong, stable back. Only the chin drops to the chest. Mid-belly holds us up. Inhale and breathe in, and exhale, relax the shoulders just a little bit more. On the next inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. And just allow for the right shoulder to be where it is. If you feel like you're bringing your shoulder up to your ear, do your best to just let it drop. You don't actually have to touch your ear to your shoulder. And just take about 3 breaths to 4 breaths. And you're going to be feeling the stretch on the left side of your neck body. If it's too stressful, take your left hand and place it onto your left thigh. If you want a deeper stretch, take your hand just like it's gonna wash the car or something, like it's a flat kind of plane, and start to just tilt the arm back and forth. And the other alternative is just keeping your hands down by your sides. Drop the chin back down to the chest, center chest area. Pause for a moment, readjust the back body. You'll notice that throughout yoga we do have to readjust. And then we're going to take our left ear and bring it to our left shoulder. Again, try to keep the mid-back body square in front of you. Your choice if you like to do a less stretch by bringing your right hand to your right thigh. If you'd like to just let the arm hang heavy on the right side. Or if you want to do your washer, I call it, I guess, like a washer. And just take that flat plane of your hand and just kind of press it back and forth in that imaginary item that you're washing. Breathing in and breathing out, do your best to not hold the breath. And it's just a gentle way to start to open up the body and open up the neck. Drop the chin back down to the center chest area. Take both hands, allow them to rise, and place the hands on the back of the head, right on that back part of the dome, the cranium. Let the chin tuck down into the chest. Sit up a little bit taller in your seat and allow the breath to flow through the body. Breathing in and breathing out. You don't have to do anything else, no forcing or pressing, you're just allowing your hands to rest on the back of the head. 3, 2, 1. Gently bring the hands down by the sides. Roll the right ear to the right shoulder. One breath, one movement. Come back down through the center chest area. Roll the left ear to the left shoulder. Yeah, and we're going to do that back and forth, doing 180 degrees a few times. What I want you to do is be gentle here. Your intention is not to overstretch, but to just allow for the flow of the head. So if you kind of get stuck anywhere, just breathe through it. And rather than forcing this extension down, like you don't really even have to have your chin touch your chest. You just want to be in that kind of area where you're pointing in that direction. If, for example, you are okay with this 180 degrees and you want to add a full head roll, go for it. Just be gentle and know that the top of your head or the back of your head does not have to drop all the way back to do a full 360 roll. Okay? You want to be very careful with the nape of that neck body and do everything you can to be gentle. That's your intention. And then come back to center, then lifting up the head, come back to eyesight gaze. And we're going to go for, we're going to get ready to go through our first flow of the class, but before we do so, let's lift up our arms, coming up, taking it slow, breathing in until we bring the arms up over our head, seated mountain pose. Notice where your shoulders are right now, and if they're up towards your ears or in any way helping you to keep your arms up, I want you to roll the shoulders away from the ears. Trust that your hands can do the work, and the arms will go where you want them to go. And keep this in mind for every flow that we do, or anytime we put our hands above our heads. We want to try to keep our shoulders away from the ears. Inhale and breathe in, and then look up and gaze up, taking the chin up gently. Now my head is not on the back of my body. I'm just taking my gaze up, and then my head just happens to follow. Imagine like there's a bird in the air or an airplane and it catches your attention. So just be gentle, look up. And then exhale to the count of 5. Bring your hands by your sides. 3, 2, 1. Let's do that about 3 more times. I want us to match the breath with the movement. Inhale, breathe in to the count of 3 going up. 1, 2, 3. Roll the shoulders away from the ears on that pause. And then on the exhale, count of 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. You are awesome. I know you feel it. Let's go ahead and let's do that 2 more times, right? 4 times in all. To the count of 3, lift up the arms. Make sure you're breathing in. I see you breathing. Good job. On the pause, roll those shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you pause again. So you see there's this time of space where we stop. So allow for that space to be there. On your next inhale, rise up, arms come up, lifting up overhead, count of 3. Breathing in, good job. I know you feel it. We'll take that pause, and then exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We're going to do this again, but then we're going to go through the flow. So arms rise, lift up, reaching up overhead, mountain pose. Forward fold as we flow down. We're going to bring our chest and our bellies to our thighs. Okay? Allow the head to hang heavy. Let the chin tuck into the chest. Let the nape of the neck be decompressed. So you're just letting the weight fall down. So you're not holding yourself up. Your legs are connected to your feet, and your feet are taking the impact of the weight, and the weight is supported from the floor beneath you. So keep that in mind. And while you're down here, make sure that your feet are hips width apart. If you don't know your hips width apart, take your two fists, press them together, and make sure that when you bring them down in between either your knees or the inner arches of your feet, that those two fists are on the inside. And it looks like a capital H, okay? So your feet are parallel, there's two straight lines, and then you have the inner bar, which is your fist for the H. And then that's your hips width apart for your legs. And you want to kind of stay in this for most poses. On the next inhale, we're going to gather our strength around our belly and then lift up, half lift, flat back, allowing the back body to wrap around the belly body. We're lifting out of our pelvic bowl. We're coming forward. Our head is up. We're looking. You can see me. Try your best to see me. Allow the shoulders to come back, away from the ears. You're getting ready to take off. Breathe in and out. Squeeze the core and make it count. Inhaling and exhaling. Pause for a moment. I know you can do it. I know you feel the strength. And then on the exhale, slowly start to come back down, allowing the chest to be supported from the thighs. Allow the chin to tuck into the chest, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. And breathe in and breathe out. And this is our first one, so we just take a few moments to embrace it. Most of the time we do these flows, it'll be one breath, one movement. But for right now, just embrace it. First flow of the day. On the next inhale, slowly use that core to come up through your half lift this time. Arms are reaching up overhead, back into mountain pose. Arms reach. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And then bring the hands down by the sides. Keep it slow and steady. Remember, we don't have to rush. And then let the hands go down by the sides. And we can just shake that out. Breathing in and breathing out. All right. Arms rise, lift up, reach up overhead. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in and out. And we're going to lean to our right, pressing down more into our left sits bone. Lift out of the pelvic bowl and then pivot the body so that you can look up to your elbow and see the left side. So you're looking up towards the left elbow and you can see the ceiling. Come back to center, and we're going to do the other side. So we're going to lean to the left, and we're going to look up to the right, and we're going to pivot back that right shoulder and look to see our elbow on the right side. Breathing in and breathing out. And then come back to center. Arms come down by the sides. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Bring our hands behind us. So I'm going to move the chair just so you can see me for a second. Stay where you are. You can interlace the fingers. Press those hands on the lower sacrum. Okay? If you are okay with it and it's in your practice, you can lean forward just a little bit and then you can press the arms out behind you. Okay? And you're just lifting up. Shoulder blades are kind of connecting together like if there was a penny in between them that they would pinch together. Breathing in and out. And then slowly let go of the hands. And bring the hands back down by the sides. Okay? Beautiful. Good job. Good job. We're going to bring our hands out in front of us. So take your left and your right hand, bring it out in front of you. And just start to pat the hands in front of you. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Sit up taller in your spine. Breathe in and breathe out. And then pause. Take your right fingertips, wiggle the right fingertips. Take your right hand, place it onto your shoulder, on your left shoulder. Wiggle the left fingertips. And then place that hand underneath the right and bring it behind your back body. Lift up on the elbows so that it's almost like if you went like this, it was a shark bite. You know how they're like the big shark, mama shark, and baby shark? So you want to have those elbows in front of you so they make a triangle. They're not resting on your chest in any way. You want to keep a hole on your chest. You're hugging yourself right now, but I want you to take your chin and tuck it down to your chest area. You should be able to see a hole. You should be able to see down to your thighs. Slowly back bend the body, lifting the body up so that the chest is pivoting towards the ceiling. Heart shines bright. Elbows are still in front of you. They're pointing up now towards the ceiling. Slowly start to come forward, keeping steady pace as you lean forward, come down into a seated forward fold with your arms hugging each other. Chin stays tucked into the chest. And take a few breaths here to breathe in and breathe out. If you want to adjust the legs a little bit for more space to hang heavy, you can. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, you can continue to rest your chest on top of your thighs. It's your choice. Student's preference. Breathing in and out. Take one more breath in and gather your strength and use your core to help you lift up, squeezing through the body, pressing more into the feet, readjusting the feet back into hips width if you need to. Lifting up, come all the way through, half lift, all the way up to forward fold, bringing the elbows up towards the ceiling, keeping the chin into the chest. And then come back to center. Center is that place where our eyesight level is. Elbows are back out in front of us like where we started. Continue to breathe in and breathe out. And then gently let go. And when I say gentle, be gentle. Let go. Extend the arms out. And bring the hands down by the sides. And then shake it out. And continue to breathe. And just pause for a moment. Notice how your right side of the body feels and how your left side of the body feels. We're going to bring the hands back up, out in front of us. Pat the hands again. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in and breathing out. Good job. You're going to wiggle the left fingertips. And I want you to place the left fingertips on top of the shoulder. Take the right hand. Place it underneath this time. So now it's going to be underneath on the left side. So it goes underneath. And then we're back into our shark, our baby shark, our mama shark, and our daddy shark. So bring those elbows out in front of you. The elbow should not be touching the chest. Drop the chin into the chest so that you can look through the hole and you can breathe. Gently pivot up the chest body so that the heart tilts towards the ceiling. Heart shines bright. Chin stays tucked into the chest. Only a slight back bend in your body ensues. Breathing in and out. And then on the next exhale, start to come forward. Exhaling all the stale air out of your lungs, keeping yourself in the position, in the pose. If you want to open up the legs, you can. You don't have to. If you want to keep your thighs right there for protection of your body, say you don't feel like you're comfortable dropping all the way down. You don't have to. That's why we have modifications to support you and your practice. So listen to your body here. Breathing in and breathing out. Continue to hold on to those shoulder blades from both your right and your left fingertips. It's like you're hugging yourself. And now, because of the gravity, the weight is pulling your shoulder blades down just a little bit, and you're going to get the extra stretch in those shoulder blades. Next inhale, gather the strength. Start to squeeze up. Bring your feet back to hips width apart if you move them so that you can use the ground for support and lift up through the half lift, flat back. Come all the way up, coming back to where our arms and our elbows are up towards the ceiling and the chest is tilted up towards the ceiling. Keeping the chin into the chest. Breathe in and out. And then come back to center, right where we started. Pause for a few moments, and then exhale. Bring the hands down. After you unpretzel them, arms to the side, and shake it out. And just pause for a moment and breathe. Beautiful. We're going to go through a flow. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Hands come back up. If you can, back bend, and then bring the hands down, back to the sides. Beautiful. And shake it out. Now we're going to do some spinal twists. So you can keep your legs together or apart, your choice. But we're going to lift up our arms, and we're going to pivot our bodies towards the right side. Come back to center. Pivot towards the left. Inhale and breathe back to center. And then back to the right. Bring the hands to the outside of the right leg. So the left arm crosses over. And now we have our fingertips on the outside of the right leg. Now your right hand can be behind you for support. And I'll show you what that looks like. It can be behind you for support like this. But you can also grip to the chair. So you can find a home for your hands. Looking over your right shoulder. Now, if you can take your gaze back behind you a little bit more, that might help you in being able to get a deeper twist. But only go to where you're comfortable. Breathe in and out, and we're going to hold this pose for about 10 breath cycles. Find your yoga. Remember, it's about you and your practice, so do what works for you. If you're here, see if you can make peace. Maybe relaxing the belly a little bit more. Maybe even bringing your right hand to a state of ease. Using the spine itself to hold you up. Nice, strong core. Slowly, we're going to bring our hands up, overhead, still facing the right side. Taking our time, coming back, pivoting back to center so that we're square with the world in front of us. And then we're going to pivot over towards the left side. Bring our hands to the outside of the left side. Right arm now crosses over so that the fingertips are on the outside of the left leg. Remember, you can bring your legs together or keep them hips width apart. Left hand, find a home for it. Breathe in and out. If you feel like you want to hold on to the chair at the top, you can, or keep your hand down behind you for support. Take 10 breath cycles. Slowly, we're going to bring our hands up overhead. We're still facing the left side. Gently come back to center, pivoting back to a square position. Keep your hands up overhead as we prepare to flow. Look up, gaze up, lifting out of that pelvic bowl. Exhale, come down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Take both hands, press them together, bring both legs together. One strong leg body. The fingertips come down. Namaste to our heart. Breathe in and breathe out. Press into your feet, squeeze the core. Try to keep your knees together by pressing more into your feet and squeezing the belly. Breathe in and out, lifting out of the pelvic bowl. Take your left elbow. I want you to wiggle your left elbow. Just the left. I see I see somebody dancing. So we're going to take that left elbow and we're going to bring it down. Now we have a couple of places where we can put it. We can place it on the left thigh, and that's completely valid. We can place our left elbow on the right thigh, or we can hook it over to get a deeper or more intense spinal twist. Ideally, this is where you want to work towards, but you can definitely modify. If it's in your practice and you want to do it, you can go in for a fly away. Flying away, allowing your hands to extend out. Left hand is facing the ground, right hand is up in the air. Breathe in and out and try to look up if you're flying away. If you don't want to fly away and you want to keep your hands together in namaste, that's fine. You don't have to. Try to focus more on the breath, breathing into the nooks and crannies of the body so that you can go deeper into your flow, deeper into your practice, deeper into the pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly squeeze the core, come up, pivot back to center. Now when we pivot, we're just taking our time coming back to center. Take the right elbow, wiggle the right elbow. There we go. And we're going to take that right elbow and find a home. So you know the modifications. You can rest that elbow on the right thigh, right elbow on the left thigh, or you can hook it over. And start to ease into the pose. And wherever you start doesn't necessarily mean that's where you'll end. So if halfway through you want to go in for a fly away because you feel like you're ready, you can go for that. But if you don't have to. If you start out on your the right thigh and then you want to move to the left because you feel comfortable, then that's completely valid. Breathe in and breathe out. Now come back to center, bring in the hands back to namaste if they've been expanded into fly away. If they're already in namaste, good. You're right where we need you to be. Let's all pivot back up. We're going to be still facing the left side. And then we're going to come back to center. Hands are still in namaste. Take the feet and just bring them back to hips width apart. Keep your hands pressed together in prayer. And you're just going to pivot back so that now the fingertips are facing the heart. The wrist is going to stretch. So you're going to feel the stretch on the wrist and the top of the forearm. Breathe in and out. Only go as far as you can. And then we're going to pivot down so that the fingertips point away from us. And they're going to point ideally down by our thighs, but they don't have to. Anywhere that you feel like you can get them to comfortably. I don't want you to overstretch your hands or your fingers in any way. We're going to pivot back. Try to match the breath with the movement and allow your pause to be at least for 2 seconds. Gather up your air, inhaling and exhaling as you breathe. Think about gathering your air as the opportunity to gather strength. On the exhale, you're getting all the stale air out of the lungs. You're exerting all that energy, and then you have to restart again. And then come back up, hands back into prayer position. And for the rest of this class, I want you to just take a moment to put in front of you what you want to get out of this class. Set an intention for the rest of this class. It's great to have a goal in mind of what you want to get out of this. One more breath. Bring the hands up overhead, lifting them up, extending the hands out. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Palms are parallel to one another. Inhale and breathe in, look up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, reaching up, lifting up overhead. Hands come down by the sides. Good job. We're going to extend the legs out a little bit. We want to stretch the inner thighs. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift up on our arms and then bring the hands down into what I like to call a like an Egyptian pose or a goddess pose or yeah. There's a lot of different names for it, but if there's men doing this, I don't want them to feel excluded. So we're going to bring our hands then so that the palms are facing our ears. And we're going to take our right ear and bring our right ear over towards our palm. Just gently, like you're going into that area. It's not going to actually touch. You're just going in that direction. And then your left. And do this a few times. Back and forth. Good job. Now, we're going to bring our hands down towards our thighs. And I want you to just keep in mind that feeling of shifting from left to right. Okay? So we're going to start on the right side, and we're just going to shift our body's weight towards the right side. Allow the right arm, the right shoulder to come down, and we're going to start to lean forward like we're leaning or resting on our right leg. Our left hand is pressed on the thigh as well, but is pressed on the left thigh. And we're going to push the left leg away. So we're going to stretch out the elbow, stretch out the arm, and then our shoulder blade is going to come down like it's, well, our shoulder, not our shoulder blade, I'm sorry, I apologize. Our shoulder is going to come down the mid part of our body like it's facing the computer screen. Okay? And you're pressing away that left leg, but your left leg is firm in the ground and is kind of pressing back. And then come back up to center. And then tilting back, roll the shoulder blades back. And now we're back in center facing the screen. Okay, remember that shift. Okay, so if you shift back and forth, this time we're going to shift over towards our left. And your left elbow is going to bend a little bit. It's going to actually like rest kind of on your left thigh. And you're going to bring that left shoulder down by the thigh. Then your right hand is going to press in and straighten out so that the elbow is straight. And again, it's like you're pushing that right leg away. You're getting closer to your left, and then you're pushing the right leg away. And then your shoulder is down the middle. And it's like kind of facing the screen now. It's in front of you. Breathe in and breathe out. When you nail this one on the head, you'll love it. You'll probably do it throughout the day here and there, because it's a really nice stretch. Come back to center. Lift back up. And now we're just going to lean forward and then push back. Lean forward, push back. And do this about 4 times. Breathing in and out. You can add your full upper body to it as much as you like. Breathing in and breathing out. On the next one, when you come down, I want you to take it slow. And you bring your hands down your legs. Your right hand and your left hand are going to slide down the inside of the legs so that the elbows are on the inside of the knees. Your hands are wrapped around your ankles. Breathe in and breathe out. If you want to stay just like this and let your head hang heavy, you can. So maybe you don't feel comfortable letting go. But if it's in your practice, you can bring your hands down to the floor beneath you and let your head just hang heavy. Maybe shake the head yes and no. Back and forth, left and right, maybe so, I don't know. And then see if you can let your arms relax as well. And you're stretching out those inner muscles of the thighs. The inner thighs need a little bit of love too. Breathe in and out to ascend your breath in that direction. Slowly, you're going to wrap your hands back around your ankles if they're not there already. If your hands are already there, great. You're going to start to walk them up. Walking up, palm and thumb pressing all the way up the shins, the knees, the thighs, the inner thigh. You're taking it slow, okay? I don't want you just coming up really fast. You're going to toe heel the feet back to hips width apart, finally bringing up the belly, the chest, and then the head. And now bring the arms overhead and go through your flow. We're going to do 3 flows. I'm going to guide you through the first one. The second one's going to be less direction. And then the third one is all your own. I know you can do it. So lift those hands up. Inhale, breathe in. Mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Reach up, lift up, overhead. And hands come down by the sides. Next one, I'm going to guide us with breath, okay? So follow my movement. We're going to go through the flow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, make it all your own. I'll do it for whoever needs to see me, but I'm not going to give you verbal directions. If you need to take a peek, I'm here. But trust yourself. Maybe even close the eyes and allow yourself to just flow and really feel the freedom and confidence that you own this space and that you are capable of it. Beautiful. I love it. From those that I can see, you guys are amazing. All right. All right, we're going to come into a few standing poses. We're going to keep it light and gentle today. And then we're going to come back down and finish the lower part of our body. So let's come up to standing. Be gentle. Take your time. We'll get there. And we're going to come behind our chairs. Breathing in and out. I want you to gently just come to standing on your toes and drop down gently. Standing on the toes. Drop down gently. Last one. And I want you to feel those balancing points on your feet. Those are really important. Those balls underneath your feet are all there to help you balance, to keep you safe and secure. We're going to start out by just walking back. Feel the balls on the bottoms of the feet. And then just find a place for your arms. And you don't have to necessarily stretch out the hands all the way. Maybe you just rest the wrists and the hands on top of the chair. And bring your head towards the top of the chair, letting it rest, and just walk out those feet. Feeling the ball sensors, noticing how it feels to lift up and down, noticing how the body is accepting this movement. And then maybe just tilt just a little bit more to the right side, stretching out the left. And same thing on the other side, just giving it that extra tug so that you can loosen that lower back body. Be gentle, take your time. One more. All right, good job. We're going to come back up to standing. We're going to walk our right foot forward. Our left foot is going to come back and it's going to come into a 45-degree angle so that we can prepare for our warrior. Bring your chair to a place where you feel comfortable. So when I say that, if your legs are really close together, you're going to want to be maybe closer towards your chair, or your chair is going to be closer towards your body frame. If you are somebody who is like, I am a super stretcher, and you want to stretch out, that chair is going to be further away. So adjust that to fit your body. Okay? I'm going to go somewhere in between. You don't have to do it just like me. You can do it as you feel most comfortable. Holding on with the right hand, start to soak into that knee. So the knee on the right side is stacked on top of the right ankle. The right toes are facing the chair in front of you and they're square with that part of the body. The left foot is behind you and it's kind of caving into the floor. The outer rim of the foot is secure in the floor and you're at a 45-degree angle. All right. Your right hip is bumped back while your left hip is a little bit more forward. All right. You can take both hands and lift them up, or you can take one, your choice. Come into your warrior one. If both hands are up, it looks like this, but your chair is still in front of you. If one hand is up, use your left hand, because your left hand is going to lead you into warrior two. So it gives you an idea where we're going with this. And just pause here for a moment. I want you to feel the strength of your legs. Notice if you squeeze the core a little bit more and even squeeze the thighs, you can almost lift out of the pelvic bowl. Be very intentional. Don't lift up from the shoulders, but roll the shoulder blades back away from the ears. Breathe in, breathe out, and maybe you can sit a little bit lower into the pose, challenging yourself. And breathe. On the next inhale, I want you to gather that strength. Bring that left hand behind you, okay? And you can actually watch it come behind you and then reset yourself so you're looking over your chair, okay? And this is a warrior two. If one hand is on the chair, you will keep it there, but if you have both hands up, it looks like this. And you're looking over the right side. And then we're going to lean a little bit forward, dropping our right shoulder by the chair, and then coming back. And we do that as a way to just gain momentum, coming into reverse warrior, peaceful warrior. If your hand is on the chair, you can just kind of lift it up so that the fingertips are just touching the top of the chair. Unless you don't feel secure, then you can grip. If you're a little more advanced, you can lift up that arm. Reverse warrior, looking up to the ceiling. Breathe in and out. And then bring that hand back down. Bring the arm back into warrior two. The left hand lifts back. Come back forward, pivoting the body back into warrior one, holding on to the chair in front of us. Okay? And just kind of bump up a little bit and to bring your legs back. Extending out the arms, and tabletopping the back body, and knees are soft. Breathe in and out. And then we're going to reverse, coming back up. Taking the left foot, bringing it in front of us now. We're square in front of us. All right. Taking the right foot, bringing it behind us. 45-degree angle. For those who want to see what the back looks like, this is what the back kind of looks like. And we're going to bump back on that left hip. We're going to sit a little bit lower in that knee so that the left knee is stacked on top of the left ankle. The right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Find your comfortable place, okay? Squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core. And you're going to lift up on the right arm if you're holding on to the chair for the modified pose. If you're more advanced, you can lift up both hands. Okay, I see some people with both hands up. Okay, really keep your body and your hips though square to the chair in front of you. That's the trick to this pose. Bumping back on that left hip, bringing that right hip forward, squeezing the inner thigh muscles. And then we're going to come into warrior two. All right, looking over our hand, the left hand in front of us. Right hand is now behind us. Sit a little bit lower if it's part of your practice, squeezing those thighs. Really feel them activated. If you're holding on to the chair with one hand, that's completely fine. You can still activate those thighs. And then kind of lean forward like you're coming forward just a little bit, dropping that shoulder towards the chair, and then come back into reverse warrior. Nice, peaceful warrior. The right hand finds a home on the back of the right thigh, looking up towards the ceiling. If you're doing it without the chair, hand is up, you're looking towards the ceiling. Nice, peaceful warrior. And breathe in and breathe out. Adjust as you need to. Bring that hand back forward so you're back on the chair if you need to. Coming back into warrior two. Coming and pivoting forward so that the body is square once again with the chair. Warrior one. Bring both hands to the top of the chair. Pull back on the legs. Stretch out the back body. Breathe in and breathe out. And then walk back up, coming back up. Again, we're going to come back to our toes, gently placing the heels back down on the ground, lifting up on those toes, and then gently back down one more time. And let go. Okay. See how much time we have. We're going to come back to sitting, guys. So come around. Come back to sitting. Take your time. I want to do some stuff on the lower part of the body and then have a nice savasana for us. I'm going to take a few breaths and just feel the full body here. Notice like the difference in your body since standing and starting this practice. Take your hands, bring the hands to the bottom of your chair, just gripping the chair. Take your right foot, bring it out in front of you, and place the heel on the ground. I don't know if you can see me, but I'll just come back a little bit more. So the heel is on the ground. All right, and you're going to take the left foot and you're going to cross it on top. Sit up a little bit taller in your seat. And if you want to let go, you're welcome to let go, but you don't have to. You can start to lean your body forward. Extended leg, forward fold. You can soften the ankles when you're ready. Now, I always like to start out holding my seat. I always feel like I get a good idea of where I am. I adjust my body holding on to my seat. And then over time, I feel more secure and I can let go. And then I feel this big pull in the body. And you may feel the same way. I say that to say, allow this to be a process that works for you and that you are happy experiencing. Okay? If you feel any kind of pain, don't do it. We'll talk about it after class. There's always alternatives, but never anything that gives you pain. Notice too how the breath allows for this rise and fall in the back body, and that helps you to ease into this pose a little bit more. It's a process pose. Slowly, we're going to bring our hands back to the bottom of the seat if we don't have it there. We're going to start to lift up on the body from the belly, then the chest, then the neck, and finally the head. And pause for a moment. Bring both feet back to hips width apart. Breathing in and breathing out. Take your left foot, press it out in front of you. Then place it down on the ground. Take the right foot, cross it on top. And we're going to do this on the other side. You're going to feel the stretch on the hamstring. So when you feel comfortable, you can let go of the chair if it's in your practice. Start to lean forward. And for those who do not feel comfortable, I just want to say even a slight little forward tug at the body is enough, okay? You are enough. Whatever you choose to put into the pose is enough, okay? I know you might be seeing me go a little bit further down. I'm just trying to show that there is range, okay? So listen to yourself. Slowly, we're going to start to come back up, bringing our belly our chest, our shoulders, our neck, and our head. We're going to bring our feet back to our hips width apart. Gently, you can open the eyes and bring the arms up overhead. Last flow of the class. Lifting out of the pelvic bowl. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, reaching up. Lifting up overhead, and bring the hands to a comfortable position as you prepare for Savasana. You can close the eyes, relax the shoulders, relax the body. And we can congratulate yourself on a job well done. You didn't have to come to practice today, but you did. Continue to breathe in and breathe out here, soaking into the present moment. Relax the feet, the ankles, the thighs, the legs, hips. Let go of the belly, the chest. Give yourself permission to relax the shoulders and the arms. Let the tongue fall away from the top of the mouth so the jaw is loose. Allow the face to be easy. And let the crown of the head be loose as well. No forcing, no tension. You're welcome to stay in Savasana as long as you like by leaving this session now. Otherwise, we will close practice together. When you're ready, take a few breaths intentionally to reset yourself into the present moment. Wiggling the toes, wiggling the hands, allowing light to seep into the eyes. Breathing in and breathing out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care and namaste.
Thank you. Have a good week.
You
Thank you.
too. Thank you.